second down and 12. The ball is back on the 44. Herman is way wide to the right side. McNeil to the left. And Tucker Frederickson moved up into the slot. Look out for Frederickson. He's been a prime receiver. This time he goes deep to McNeil. Clemson's got it. And he is caught and he is dragged down by Ray Jones, but not until he reaches the Philadelphia 25-yard line.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video, and welcome to the Gridiron. I'm still gonna do like two videos I wanted to do. Like, one was, what if Daniel Jones really has a great year this year? I was looking. I was gonna be like looking into the mock drafts like for next year. So like if Daniel Jones does really good this year, and say we wind up picking like say maybe 20th next year, who's going to be there around the 20th pick or so? But also who we might get for the Bears too, especially if the Bears are around number 10 or some maybe even a little worse than that. Who might we be able to get from the Bears? Like if he has a good year. We get 2 picks in the top 20 to really help solidify the rest of the team. Whew, and then we get a nice second-round pick. Oh, man, that'd be fantastic. But I was also going to do a video, what if Daniel Jones doesn't do good this year? It's like, what quarterbacks, will we be looking at? And, looking at maybe some of the mock drafts, what quarterback's going to go first? Who's going to take the quarterbacks and all that. So I started looking at the mock drafts, and I was just like, man. I mean, I got up to like about 6, and I just couldn't take anymore. I just had to stop there. Now, one of them, exception of maybe, I'll show you. None of them predict the Giants to have a good year. Not one even has us even at 500. So the experts predict another bad year for the Giants. Even all that firepower we added on offense, what we added on defense, and basically most of them say we're going to have less wins. Why? I mean, I'm not going to come on here and say, that, I'm looking at these mock drafts. Well, they don't know what they're talking about with this guy, or they don't know what they're talking. I'm not going to say that. But I'm just shaking my head like, none of them picking the Giants to have a better. Why? Are you serious? And then just some of these mock drafts, I'm like, are you kidding me? Oh my God! I'm going to start off here. Let's see. If I get this one, okay. This one's my favorite one here. From CBS Sports. It looked like it was updated like on May 10th. So, very recently. I mean, these mock drafts that I was looking at, none of them came out like, in February before free agency or just before the draft came out or something. I mean, these are all in May. All right, so free agency's over with, for the most part. The draft's over with, for the big guys that you're going to get on your team are pretty much there. So all of these are, early mock drafts are pretty much updated with whoever the Giants have on their roster. All right, so the first one I started off with was CBS Sports, okay? They have the Giants picking number 6. Number 6 this year would be somebody who had like, was it the Jets and the Eagles and the Bengals. I think they're both like 4-11-1 or something like that. So you mean to tell me that I guess number 6 that maybe the Giants might have 5 wins? So the Giants are going to go from 6-10 to 5-12. Wow! And then on top of that, we give all this firepower. This is the Daniel Jones year. All this firepower to Daniel Jones. And at number 6, they have us taking Kyle Hamilton, safety from Notre Dame. Now, I wouldn't be disappointed if we got this guy. But the thing is that it's kind of like the way that the NFL seems to be going nowadays. It's kind of like like a hybrid league. I mean, because this guy can go in the box, he can blitz, he can be a safety. So, I mean, it's kind of weird to see a safety being in so many mock drafts, like in the top 5, 6, 7 picks. But that's where this guy's going. I mean, it's kind of weird to see a safety that high, but that's as of right now, that's where he's mocked to. I said I wouldn't be, disappointed if we took him. But at number 6, I tell you what, if we're drafting number 6, guess what? Daniel Jones isn't going to be our quarterback next year. We're picking a quarterback. If we go from 6-10 to 5-12, or maybe 4 wins, 4-13. I mean, are you serious? Picking a quarterback, and not only that, but then they have pick 12, which is the one we get from Chicago. So apparently they think Chicago is going to be better than we are. So not only that, all right. So we got that, but from CBS, I want to read this here. They got the Giants at number 12, first round from the Bears, taking Jaylen Waddle, a tight end from Texas A&M, 6'5", 265 pounds. Sounds good. I mean, maybe that's probably bye-bye to Evan Ingram. Okay, all right. But then their comments is, more offensive firepower for Daniel Jones. Weidemeyer looks like the top tight end prospect for 2022. More offensive firepower. Einstein, he's got firepower right now. Guess what? You got us drafting number 6. Daniel Jones ain't going to be around. I mean, he might still be on a team because maybe we don't want to cut him or whatever, but we're drafting a quarterback. It's no amount of firepower in the world. If Daniel Jones can't get us to, I'm going to say, at least 8 wins this year, there ain't no amount of firepower in the world going to help him. He's bye-bye, all right? So, I mean, I don't know where these guys are coming from. The guy's picking 6, and if we're that bad, we're not taking a quarterback? Are you serious? Wow. Oh, my God. Then the next one was SI Nation. This one was updated on May 11th, so just a few days ago. Right? This one kind of makes some sense. In one respect, they got us picking number 8, and they got us taking the quarterback Slovis from USC. Makes sense to me. If you think we're that bad and we're number 8, yup, we're taking a quarterback. All right, okay, I can half agree because. For that bad, yes, we're taking a quarterback, but we're 8, we're going from number 11 to, really? All of that? We're getting worse? Wow. And then they got pick number 11. They got us taking Kenyon Green, an offensive guard from Texas A&M. That's the one from Chicago. So, that one, all right, okay. You get your quarterback, and then obviously maybe we're not re-signing Hernandez, or maybe Lemieux's not working out, the other guard or whatever. So you get yourself a plug-and-play offensive guard to help protect the quarterback. Okay, I can agree with that. The only thing I don't agree with is we went from number 11, now we're picking number 8. We're really getting worse? Wow. Then we had the Walter Football. Now this one was a little over a week ago. It was updated, I think, May 6th of this year. Now this one they didn't specify. Okay, so basically with this one, they have us picking kind of about the same place we were last time. They didn't specify which one was where. They have us picking 12 and 13. So either we're picking 12 and the Bears were 13, or vice versa, or whatever. But basically, they have us having about the same amount of wins as what we did last year. So we were 6-10 last year at 11. Maybe we're 6-11, maybe 7-10. So basically, we're all at firepower and everything we added, pretty much we're not going to have a better record. Okay. They got us taking Sevian Banks, a cornerback from Ohio State. Okay, I'm cool with that. And then the pick after that, number 13, they say, I don't know which one's from the Giants and which one's the Bears pick, but then they got George Karlaftis, the edge rusher, defensive end from Purdue. That's a good pick. I mean, well, I'll tell you what I love about when Denver won that, you had DeMarcus Ware on one side and Von Miller on the other. You had 2 guys that could bring it. That's scary. Now, if we ever get Azeez Ojulari to, hopefully, I'm not saying he needs to be a Hall of Famer or nothing, but going to be a decent edge rusher. And if you can get another one on the other side, boy, we could be pretty scary. If you got Sir Lawrence on the front, and Leo the Lion, maybe add another defensive tackle or lineman in there, and you got two good edge rushers, we could be really scary. Now, what I would like to say about this one with the Walter football is that we're adding something to a good cornerback. All right, in case Adoree Jackson gets hurt or something, we just add some more quality depth to that secondary, and you add in there. So you're covering the receivers longer. You got a better cornerback, and you're getting to the quarterback even quicker. Boy, that would be a scary defense. But my thing is that we're not getting any better. They got us picking 12 and 13. Wow. And if we're not getting any better, I think we might be taking the quarterback. So I mean. All right, so then we got the yard barker. Now, this one was about 10 days ago. This one is May 4th that it was updated. They have us picking number 8. All right, and then they have us taking Christian Harris, a linebacker from Alabama. Well, I'm fine with that, but once again, we're picking 8. We're getting worse than we were last year. And for I said, if we're worse than we were last year, we gave all this firepower and everything to Daniel Jones, and if it ain't working out, he's not working out. We're taking a quarterback. Then they have us at number 9, the Bears, taking Desmond Ridder, the quarterback from Cincinnati. This is the one from Chicago. So this one kind of makes a little bit of sense. We got back-to-back picks, so if we take one guy first and then the quarterback second, okay, this one kind of makes a little bit of sense. The only thing, and the Bears picking number 9, that makes sense. The only thing that doesn't make much sense is, once again, we're picking 8. So we went from 6 and 10, and now you're saying we're going to be maybe like 5 and 12 this year coming up? Wow. All right. And then we got Todd McShay. His draft was from May 6th of this year, so, a little over a week ago. Now, same thing here. His makes a little sense because these guys take a Sam Howell quarterback from North Carolina. Very good quarterback. He really, his freshman year, boy, he lit it up. I'll tell you what. I don't know if that's ever going to mean anything on the next level in the NFL, but, he could throw the ball. I'll tell you what. And if we got him, I'd have to be kind of happy. And then he got Aiden Hutchinson, a defensive end from Michigan. He has pick number 9 going to us. So he has us taking a quarterback. So that makes sense. The only thing I said is that, wow, I guess we're getting worse. 6 and 10, we're going to go 5 and 12. Wow. And these are like the first 6 that I saw. I couldn't go on after this. I saw 6 and I'm like, that's enough. Not one of them has us drafting like 15 to 20. I'm not saying we're going to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying we're going to be 14 and 3. But my God, can we have like a 9 and 8 would maybe we might be picking 16, 17, somewhere around there. Not one of them. Then the last one is 24/7 Sports. This one came out, looked like it was updated pretty much like today. They have us picking number 8. All right. They got us picking a defensive lineman from Texas A&M, and then pick 15 from the Chicago Bears. So apparently the Bears are going to be like right around 500, and apparently we're, according to 24/7 Sports, we're going to get 5 wins this year. They got us taking Jamari Slayer, an offensive lineman. Well, this makes sense, from Georgia. We always got to take somebody from Georgia, so 24/7 Sports, they said we're going to take an offensive lineman from Georgia. But once again, we're picking 8. 24/7 Sports has picking 8, so we're only going to win 5 games this year, and next year we're going to go in the draft and not take a quarterback. But even the other thing is too is that say we go out of our way, right, and say we go Russell Wilson, just saying, okay, somebody big like that, right? we're not going to take a retread because Gettleman said quarterback, hell, you take somebody like a Ryan Fitzpatrick or somebody, you're going to be 1 year, you're going to be 8-9, then you might be 9-8, then you might be 10-7, then you might be 7-10. That's quarterback hell. You got to get a quarterback in there that's either somebody you can build with, or somebody like Aaron Rodgers, somebody that can just put them right in there and they can just take off and hopefully take it to the playoffs. So if we do something like that with like a Russell Wilson or an Aaron Rodgers or something like that, we're giving up our first round picks to get these guys. So this is all mute. This is, what I mean? So it's either we don't have first round picks. I mean, according to these guys, because we're drafting badly. We're really low, so we did pretty bad. So if we're getting a quarterback, that's established, we don't have first round picks because we're giving them the 2 first round picks away. Or if we are drafting this bad, like all of them have us picking in the top 8, except for one. For Walter Football has us picking like number 12. But if we're taking in number 8, we got to be taking a quarterback. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Or we might, if there's somebody we really want, you might pair the 2 first rounders together and maybe even your second rounder and jump into the top 2 or 3 if you can and really snag somebody that you really like. But I'll tell you, it's amazing. I mean, whoever we take, but it's like none of these guys think that we're going to have a better record this year coming up than we did last. Wow. I tell you what, I can't wait till we prove them wrong. I said, we're not going to the Super Bowl, but, we're going to have a better record. We're going to win at least 8 games this year. We're going to be at least 8-9, 9-8. There's no way we're winning 5 games this year. No way. And I can't wait to, look back at this video at the end of the football season. My God, how stupid those experts were. Well, as always, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. You guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo!